So let's take a look at factoring this binomial right here. This one is very special because it can be plugged into the sum of cubes or the difference of cubes, and in this case it would be the sum of cubes. So if we look at problem 1, we can see that it can be written as something to the third minus something else to the third, because both of these are cubes. So this guy's x right here, and since 8 is 2 to the third, we can plug this in right here. So if we see this, we can recognize that this is the a in our formulas, and this is our b. So in this case, due to the minus, it would be a difference of cubes, because as we can see in the formula right here, there is no plus sign, it's just the difference of cubes. So when we write the rest of this, we can have two factors. So since we're using this formula right here, we kind of just sketch it below. So we've got a minus b, and then we have a squared plus ab plus b squared. So then, matching it up, a minus b will just be like using the x and the 2 right here. So as x is our a, we just bring it down to here, and it'd be x minus 2. So here, let me just fix this one, make it a little longer. This one, we have a squared, which is basically this x here, so we would square that, and we have x squared, bring up the plus, and then we have a times b, which is going to be x times 2, and that's just going to give me 2x, plus again, and then we have our b squared. Since b is 2, b squared is going to be 4. So whenever you use these formulas right here, this is as far as you can simplify it, and you cannot go any further. So this would be your final answer to one of your difference of cubes. So now let's move on to the next one. So our next example problem will be 343 x to the third plus 64 y cubed. So now these, this would be a sum of squares due to the plus here, and they are adding, not subtracting like this one. And since these are perfect cubes, you can write it out like this. And since you know they're going to go in cubed. And 343 is actually the cubed root of 7. And then you have x to the third, so you just bring the x down. And the cubed root of 64 is 4y. So now once you have these, you can kind of bring your sum formula down, not your difference because of the addition sign. So you bring that down, which would be, well, this is your a right here, and this is your b. So what we're going to do is we're going to equal this, just like this. And we're going to write the formula underneath, just so I can plug it in based on the formula. And since this is a summative, we're going to write the sum of cubes. So we have a plus b, and then we have a squared minus ab plus b squared. So since that is our formula, we just bring it down. So now we're just plugging things in, which are a is 7x plus my b, which is 4y. Now we're going to square a, which would get us, since a is 7x, square that, So that would be 49x squared minus a times b. So since I have to multiply these two together, we multiply our 7x times 4y, and 7 times 4 is 28, and then x times y would just get me xy. And then I'm going to add my b squared. B is 4y. I square 4y, and that is going to get me 16y squared. So since you plugged it into this formula, this would be your final answer, and you cannot simplify this anymore. And that would be the end of that, and your two final products.